us specifically first, why did they stop the production? And the F-22s, I mean, how many are out there flying around right now?
Well, the military has right now about 183. Not all of those are fitted for combat. It's about 130 to 140. But it's really a small fleet in the grand scheme of what you take to war. So part of the problem was that the plane was just such a really big burden on the budget that at the time, President Obama and his Defense Secretary Robert Gates said, this is just not an affordable program for us.
Problem is sunk costs, right, Justin? Because, I mean, if a lot of the money has already been spent on R&D for this, is it not better to go ahead and build some more? And then, of course, you're creating jobs, too.
Well, the line was shut down after the last one was delivered, and that was in early 2012. So what's happened since then is that the Pentagon has really focused its effort on a newer plane, the F-35 Lightning II, which is an aircraft that is designed for the Marines, the Navy, and the Air Force, all three, and it comes in 3 variants. And that's the plane that's really gotten the bulk of the budget right now.
Yeah.
And, you know, the latest tally is that that's going to fly for another 50 years or so.
Okay, but Lockheed Martin makes both, is that right?
They make both. They do make both, right?
So how would that work?
Well, what would happen is that you would probably see money siphoned from the F-35 program if we went back to building the F-22. And Lockheed won't comment on this topic, but it's probably a safe bet that they do not want to see the F-35 budget messed with at this time. It's a program that's gotten a lot of criticism. The plane is delayed. The plane has had some operational problems. So it's a case where they really need to focus on the F-35 at this time. And, you know, in the grand scheme, the F-22 coming back is a real long shot.
Yeah.
You know what's cool about it is that also, isn't it right, Justin, that there's parts of this plane that are classified, right? So we don't know. I mean, some of a lot of these features we don't even know, right?
Right. I mean, a lot of it is classified. For example, the top speed is, you know, guessed at, but nobody really knows. I mean, it is definitely a plane that is more advanced than anything else out there that flies in combat. At the same time, I mean, part of the argument has been, do we need this aircraft? Are there threats? And you know, I think what you're seeing now in the House subcommittee language is somebody saying, yeah, in fact, Russia's aggressive, China is making some moves. Maybe there is a threat. So, you know, it's an interesting question.
Do these aircraft get, you know, progressively more technologically better, if you like? Because you would imagine the F-35 is just better, quote unquote, than the F-22. So why would it need to come back?
Right. Well, the F-35 has some technologies that the F-22 doesn't, but in terms of its maneuverability and the agility and some of the stealth technology, it probably is a better aircraft. But at the same time, it's a bit more expensive, and the decision has been made. Frankly, there are more than 2,400 F-35s on the order book that the Pentagon is buying. The F-22 has been shut down. To really change the math on that is going to take a big pull in Congress.
Well, and I guess it doesn't affect where the jobs are either, right? If it's not like one factory is closed down and another factory is open, they're all the same. They're all the same areas.
Right. We're all talking about U.S. taxpayer money, and at the end of the day, the defense budget would have to probably, if you want to build both of these planes at the same time, I mean, you're talking about a major expansion at a time when that's probably a very large thing to try to get through Congress.